for at phoenix.edu.
And we're here. All right, that frame's okay. That frame's okay. The other ones weren't sized right, but we're live. Holy shit. Well, I guess it's kind of appropriate that it's all fucked up given the Raw that we just got. I'm not going to hate fuck Raw too much. I'm not going to hate fuck it too. Oh, by the way. This Raw review is brought to you by Trash or Treasure. The only place that you need. Why is Matt unmuted in my fucking thing? Why is he up here unmuted? I don't know. I don't know why he is, but now he's muted. We're in the Discord. We're live. We're in the live commentary if you want to sound off on Monday Night Raw. So, Raw was pretty fucking subpar. It was pretty goddamn subpar. It was an ugly night. It's another one of these things where it's not that it was overtly bad or anything of that nature. It's just it was boring and uneventful. And most of the time, it's like that you can come up with reasons and rationale and all that stuff. But with this one, you really do kind of got to look at it. You kind of really do got to look at it because this is the last Raw before the big turnover. It's about to be changed. Supposedly, we always think that when it's a draft, but of course, it never actually does lead to any change. Just more of the same. But they really have hyped it up. Now, a couple things we can hit right from the jump. SmackDown and Raw. We can start with the ending because really nothing else happened on Raw. I took a nice big nap in the middle of Raw, and I don't think I missed a fucking thing. But I'll say this, SmackDown and Raw both decided to put the ladies in the main event leading into the Saudi Arabia show. So I see Fake, I see Quentin, I see Squatchin, I see Alex. That Alex guy looks like a jerk. I see Old School Matt, all you guys, thank you so much for being here. We're going to try to give the Raw reviews a little bit of a shot. This one was rough tonight. We'll more than likely give next week a go as well just to see where the new direction is. Hopefully we're going to see some changes, but I don't know. But I definitely want to give a little bit of recognition to Charlotte, Bianca, Becky, and Sasha. Because on SmackDown and tonight, the ladies showed out, got a lot of time. Becky and Sasha got a lot more on SmackDown than Bianca and Charlotte did tonight, but it was certainly not a bad one. I mean, like that. Well, up until the end, the match was not bad. Charlotte got busted open really bad. Old School, I don't know why I was unmuted in your live commentary. One second I was in the movie viewing, talking to Nixie and Fake, and the next thing I know, I was in live commentary. Because either Fake's playing fuck games or somebody is having fun. I don't know. I think there might be a rogue mod. Is what I think. It's what I think. But I don't know. Hey, I like your shirt. You better like the shirt, Trash or Treasure. For all of your needs. For all of your needs. Look, Raw was one of those shows tonight where I don't want to call it a straight throwaway show. I did take some notes. We looked at some of it, but it's one of those, man, this is a slog of a 3-hour show. You almost forget how bad 3 hours can be until you have to be up for it again. I highly recommend everybody giving a shot at taking a fucking Raw review. Challenge yourself. See if you can stay up. See if you can actually produce some fucking content out of it. It's not the easiest thing in the world. But I'll tell you what is having fantastic people like Fake, like Nixie, like Old School Matt, all in the Discord, being troopers tonight. We watched it right here live, hung out, and yeah, it was rough. It was rough. Want to also give some love to Fake for the frame. We haven't used this one in a while, but it's looking really good. Added a couple things to it, and I think Fake liked that as well. So things I did like. Actually, the beginning of the show wasn't terrible. We got Charlotte and Bianca in all kinds of great poetry outfits. Their outfits were poetry in motion, and I loved it. Although Bianca's was much better. I like what was going on with Bianca's outfit. The rose stuff from the hair all the way down. I thought it was pretty damn good. Let's see. I could have watched the Spider-Verse. I could have watched Into the Spider-Verse Justice League movie in that. Yeah, I know. Could have watched a lot of things in that amount of time. I can't read the fucking chat on my screen. It's so stupid. I could have watched the Snyderverse Justice League movie cut in that time. I think you needed another 4 hours, probably. Me and Nixie are live reacting to your review. Oh, someone should be... Yeah, record that. Record that. Okay, so... We're going to look at the stats, guys. Dave did about 3 minutes of actual wrestling content on the review tonight. That's a personal loss. Zelina always has an interesting outfit. The biggest questions that I think you got to ask yourself at a Raw like this is all the storyline stuff probably isn't going to be all that matter. But did they do a good job of advancing some matches going into Crown Jewel? SmackDown, no question. They held up their side. They really did sell the show. And I think that most people are excited for a lot of the SmackDown matches. Raw's a little tougher. Bobby Lashley and Bill Goldberg. That's a tough one. I don't think anybody really wants to see that. I don't think they really want to get into that. But, maybe we'll get a murder. Maybe we'll get a death. Who fucking knows? It is Saudi Arabia. They can get away with it. But the King of the Ring, that's what's going to be. Did they do enough to promote King of the Ring? And here's what I don't get. I think King of the Ring would have been an interesting concept to do at Saudi Arabia, having, you win 3 matches in one night. I mean, they loaded this show, and you still could have had, you could have had Roman. You could have had the Roman match. Still do that. Still do Seth Rollins and Edge. Still have the ladies. Still have Big E and McIntyre. You could still do 4 or 5 matches and still could have done the King of the Ring tournament in the same night, and it would have been perfectly fine. Perfectly fucking fine. Perfectly fine. If you got anything that you want to sound off on Raw, you don't have to stand on ceremony. You don't have to wait. Come on in the live commentary, because the reality is there's only so much that can be said about a Raw like this. Goldberg may actually follow through with his promise on killing Bobby. I mean, we did see what happened with The Undertaker. With The Undertaker. Flair keeping SmackDown Championship going in the Crown Jewel is very interesting. Not really. She's got to keep that. Then they're just going to do the flip-flop. As long as one's on SmackDown and one's on Raw, and definitely going to be the case, Becky or Bianca will be on Raw with the belts. So they'll just do the flip-flop. Here you go. Here you go. They've done that before. Bianca really did cut a good promo at the beginning of the show. She also did some incredibly athletic things, flipping in heels, which made Fake lose his fucking mind. My God. You would think that she won the fucking WrestleMania World Series Super Bowl and shit. Good God. Good God. But other than that, I mean, it was just kind of they opened and closed with the women. They really are starting to put a lot of stake and stock into the top of the card when it comes to the women. The rest of the card, not so much. The Queen's Crown tournament, whatever they're calling it, is kind of a do-nothing. You got Doudrop versus Zelina Vega going into the finals, which they hate Jason. I only watched the last 5 minutes Raw, best Raw in weeks. The funny thing is that you say that Raw hasn't been that bad. Last week wasn't great, but other than that, it's been a lot better as of late. This one just kind of shit the bed a little bit, but I think a lot of it has to do with, just being a kind of a dead show as far as a lot of the talent that's not going to be there next week. So it's going to be an interesting one. I don't know. I really got to see you later, Nixie, but I'm still hugely looking forward to the Crown Jewel. Yeah, I am too. I think it's going to be a decent show. It's going to be a lot of fun to check out. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to be working during the time, but we'll do what we can. Yeah, Austin Theory's character. One of the best things about Raw to be completely. What's a himbo? I don't know what a himbo is. Bimbo? Bimbo with a him? I don't know. Himbo, bimbo. We'll get into Austin Theory in just a second. Yes, one of my favorite quotes of the entire night was Kofi Kingston referring or comparing Xavier Woods to Martin Luther King Jr. Because, after all, they both have a dream. One was about equality. One was about winning King of the Ring. But same shit. Woods does advance. They were teasing the idea there. A lot of people were starting to think, or at least we were starting to think, that maybe Jinder Mahal was actually going to win it, and I had my reasons. But my reasoning, the rationale, basically the color of his skin, became less important because of the addition of Mansoor and what's his fuck. You know, they don't really need to rely on Jinder and the cronies there. Give us what we want with Xavier Woods. And now we got Xavier Woods and Finn Balor, which should be pretty good. Pretty good. Should be a fucking good finale. Even though I don't even want to, I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is not King of the Ring to me. King of the Ring is 3 matches, 1 night, 3 wins, 1 night. That's King of the Ring. This is, Oh, yeah, Mustafa Ali, thank you. Yeah, return of Mustafar. They started going a direction with the 24/7 title thing there in the back. Austin Fury doing a little interview thing. They've been giving him a lot more time. But remember, Raw doesn't build new talent. It does look like they're trying. I think they see a lot in Austin Fury. The kid has got a good look. He reminds me a little bit of Randy Orton in his lankiness. He's not as chunks as Randy was back in the day, but I do like Austin's look. He's got a weird-looking face on him with all of his strange facial hair, but there is a natural charisma to him, and the guy can work. So I think there's a little bit of a future to Austin Fury. They seem to really like him. They give us the old okey doke. R-Truth does not get a match with Austin Fury. Instead, it's Jeff Hardy. So it looks like they're going to continue the feud, and it does appear to be the case, even though Hardy lost again to Fury. Clean. That's two losses now. Hardy attacked Fury after the match. I guess they're going to continue. Some funny stuff, though, with the eyes and everything. There was some funny stuff. The one thing that I'm definitely going to say is the commentary sucks. Commentary is hard to watch on Raw. And I don't know if it's just because it's so bad everywhere, but it's really uproariously bad on Raw. It's like almost impossible to look at. Impossible to see. See what else, man. There's not a lot of other big things of note. Let's see. Let's check the other notes that I have access to. We got the stuff with Big E and McIntyre. They had a nice, intense, strange bedfellows. They were in there. They were beating each other up a little. They kept their hands off each other, but they were beating up the competition. And I used competition very loosely because, once again, it was Ziggler and why you gotta be thorough. But who gives a fuck? That was just a thing that happened, essentially. But I like the intensity between Big E and McIntyre. I don't know if I like the matchup because McIntyre is just a little bit of a slog. To being honest, he doesn't seem to get people all that excited unless you're Nixie. Then you want to have all kinds of dirty, rotten, nasty sex with him. Good God. Good God. Mansoor, Cedric Alexander, basically just a nice little tune-up for Mansoor. They did some good things with him and Mustafa Ali after it, getting the juice flowing, you know. We got another long-ass fucking look back at Bobby Lashley and Goldberg. Who gives a shit? Yeah, here's a big chunk of the stuff that I missed. The Street Profits and Randy Orton and Riddle, I completely missed them. Winner by DQ, Orton and Riddle. Baszler and Doudrop. This one I missed. I actually wish I would have saw that one. I wish I would have saw that one. But interesting choice with Baszler losing. I think that's an interesting choice. Baszler's had a lot of momentum, and I understand they want to keep. They probably just placating Zelina Vega, who I'm assuming is going to win the match. Although Doudrop makes a lot of sense too. But Baszler is she, Queen of Spades and all that stuff. There was a lot that made sense for Baszler to win the thing. But hey, another swing and a miss. I do like they seem to be using a lot of these guys as enhancement talent in some way. I don't know if that's going to fully lead to the jobber returning, but I am noticing a couple of these guys who are starting to work in the Barry Horowitz type fashion. Their demeanor, their character, all that doesn't really seem to matter. They're just kind of there to eat the fall. We saw that with Finn Balor and Mace tonight. I'm hoping that we're getting the remnants, the final days of all these guys having the crappy Retribution names. I'm almost 100% sure that Dijakovic is going to revert back to his old name, his own persona, Feast Your Eyes and all that, and it should get over. It was a good gimmick, didn't really need to be changed in the first place. But that's just where we go. And then I'll let us all to Bianca Belair and Charlotte. I really missed that much when it comes down to it. Looking at it, I thought I missed the whole fucking chunk. Turns out I missed almost fucking nothing. Almost nothing. I think both tournaments have pretty much been a flop fake. Pretty much. Speaking of flop, I'm about to go flop on my bed. I'm about to do a Ric Flair faceplant because I just simply don't have that much else. I'm going to try to get these Raw reviews going a little bit more consistently. I got to figure out a better way here because it's just so late. So late and I'm so tired and Raw is so boring. But I do appreciate you guys sticking out with me. I'm here. I made it. I did it. At the very least, we're back at it. So we'll see where it goes from there. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate your final thoughts on Raw. Get them in as we get out of here. Overall, what can you give a Raw like this? An incomplete? Maybe a 5 out of 10? That seems about reasonable. It seems rational. It's not that it was overly bad, but it was just another mediocre, bland Raw. But hopefully it's the last mediocre, bland Raw that we get for a while, because maybe this will be the start of something good. Hey, don't fucking start of something good. What are you talking about? 5 out of fake, maybe thinking a 6 because the show wasn't bad per se. Exactly. It's like almost hard to grade. It's almost hard to grade. It's almost like it's degrading. But yeah. There you go. Somewhere in there in that 5 category. Matt puts it in a 4. Again, thank you guys. We'll talk more about Raw tomorrow. I'm sure at some point on one of the streams. So tired. I don't know if I got the gas for this anymore. I just don't know if I do. I'm old and I'm breaking down. You know what that means. Oh, yeah. Yeah, outro music. I love this. Thank you, guys. I do appreciate it. Get up out of here. Have yourselves a good night. Decompress from a mediocre Raw and go masturbate or something. Go out on a high note. Don't go out on a sour note. Oh, wait. We needed this. There you go. There's the mush puff there. See, we fucked it up. We fucked it up on the way in, and we're going to fuck it up on the way out because we are mush puffs, and we fuck up. Here, hit me with that outro. Good night.